A Rankin County man arrested. Partly sunny and 93 today, partly cloudy and 72 tonight. Independence Day, 93 and sunny. Saturday, the high is up to 96. With news on 1039 WIAB, I'm Chris Davis. Sexual assault, kidnapping, and armed robbery charges have been filed against Jerry Glenn Dennis. The Rankin County Sheriff's Department says he pulled a gun on a real estate agent in Pearl while she was getting ready for an open house on Cedar Ridge Drive Tuesday, forced her to get undressed and assaulted her, took her keys and phone and split. Police caught up to him and arrested him, and he is being held on a near $1 million bond. A non-fatal shooting Wednesday on Hickory Drive in Jackson. The person was taken to the hospital in a private vehicle, says a press release from JPD. No arrests have been announced. In Yazoo City, former federal corrections officer Parker Triplett has pleaded guilty to a sex act with an inmate at the federal prison. She is set to be sentenced in September and faces a possible 15 years in federal prison.
We went back from January 1st up until this present day, and we did the numbers before the curfew and after the curfew.
Greenville Police Chief Marcus Turner at Tuesday's City Council meeting.
There were 420 calls from January up until the curfew of shots fired within the city. Since the curfew's been implemented, there have only been 47 calls of shots fired.
He did not provide numbers of actual shootings since that curfew went into effect 5 weeks ago. Senatobia is without a police chief. The Board of Aldermen voted Tuesday not to reappoint Richard Chandler, who had been chief there since 2020. No interim chief has been named. More news in 1 hour on 1039 WIAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, chip away.
And good morning. It's July 3rd. What year is this? 2025. Yes, sir. Happy birthday, Amy Prince. Thought I'd throw that out there. Irene Jackson, good morning to you online. I also met some people yesterday. Sam Brown, where's his card? I don't want to see his card. Sam Brown up in Canton, lawyer up there at Grip and Grin. And then I also saw Sarah Butler. She's with the 20th Circuit Court District. Then, of course, who's this? Starla Brown, State Director at the American for Prosperity. Yes, we're going through the cards. See who we met this week. And also, I can't remember everybody's name that came in. Good morning, Jolene. Came into the restaurant last night at Acme Pizza. Thank you all for coming. I enjoyed visiting with all of you and seeing you. And of course, today, y'all, is one of them for people my age. It's one of the unique days in the world that we all lost something dear to us. And that is, today is the day that ZZQ died. WZZQ. That was a rock and roll radio station of classic proportions. Oh, yes. And died at midnight. And then Miss 103 came on, blaring that country, which, of course, now everybody has to listen to country because they can't listen to rock and roll. Good morning, Will Brown. Good morning, Debbie Bragansky. You know, it was an iconic moment in my life growing up when ZZQ went away. And I mean, that station brought me more joy and was the soundtrack of my life for all those years of my life, as a young kid. We've got to do better. Oh, sound like Dirty D. There we go. we got to do better. But I mean, we lost our way after we lost our music. Then of course, I did bring it back with Z106 originally. We did the ZZQ reunion weekend and brought in all the DJs that were alive and with us, and we all came in, and I gave them the keys to the radio station, and they played every song known to mankind that they could squeeze in that weekend. You had Perez there. You had Steve Keller, Killer Keller. You had Sam Brown has moved to his law office to the old post office on the square. I know that, Jolynn. I spoke with him. Thank you. Also, I need you to do something for me later on. But anyway, I think back to all of that, and you had Dave Adcock and his brother, Mike Adcock, and Sergio, and Wayne Harrison, later one of the founders of Bebop. You know, it was just a great time. It was an iconic part of a lot of people's childhood around here, and I hope to get a radio station up soon on the internet that just is just like ZZQ. Good morning, Mitch Tyner. Happy Thursday. Yes, it is. And I guess you're sitting out. Do you sit out on the porch there in Canton on the square and drink a cup of coffee? That to me, up that upper level on the square balcony would just morning coffee would be great. Peter Christian was not at ZZQ, Jolynn. No. Peter Christian's a good friend of mine. But Peter Christian started at WRBC and then went from there to Q99 in Vicksburg and then was hired as weekend talent at Z106. Peter's no longer with us, but breaking it up on the right side. It's time for a JBL monitor check. Yes, sirree. I got to get to that. Good morning, Anita Ford and Jeff Thomas. Okay, also, it's July 3rd and July 4th in Vicksburg. He stayed in trouble. Yeah, Don McKenzie. You know, you think back to the 4th of July, you know, now when I first went to Vicksburg and went to work, mornings and evening beverages on the balcony routinely. That sounds great. When I also think of another thing, the 4th of July in Vicksburg for years was not celebrated. And I tried to explain that when the casinos first came into Vicksburg, they were getting ready for their first 4th of July. And all the people from Vegas and Jersey were going, it's going to be 4th of July. It's going to be big. I said, I don't know about that. They really don't celebrate that around here because of what happened. I mean, that was the day that Vicksburg fell, was the 4th of July. So they didn't celebrate it over there for years. And then they did catch up one year and they blew up. It looked like they blew up the bridge, but they did all kind of stuff. Was DJ and Brandon, I think, AM radio for a day. Yes. Yeah, he was that too. Oh, yeah. Good. But, you know, Vicksburg, the 4th of July, Vicksburg fell. And so a lot of times the old timers didn't celebrate it. After about, I think, the 5th anniversary of Ala Capri is when they started really getting into it over there. But and there was one time I looked like they blew up the river with so many fireworks over there. But anyway, and I used to, as a kid, just love to go to before the casinos were there, that restaurant that was up on the hill on the overlook. I used to love to go there. I forgot what it was called. Will Brown, I was born in Jackson, Mississippi in 51, still living in Jackson City limits. ZZQ was a big part of your life. Yes, sir. ZZQ was it for me, you know. And the day the music died, that is today, because that was when it all happened. So I just wanted to know. And tomorrow on the 4th of July, we might have to think of something to do. Also tonight, we'll be out there at Acme Pizza. And I want y'all to come on out. I will make sure we're playing a lot at Delta Point. That's correct. Thank you very much. I thought I was cool when I ate in Delta Point. And I told the casino they were stupid to tear that down. They need to leave that up there. It would eventually be full. Because at first everybody went into the casinos. They don't fill up that much anymore. Well, we're all broke. But anyway, the day the music died, July 3rd. Day Vicksburg fell, July 4th. Let's see what else we got here. I was just thinking about the alligator Alcatraz. The Alcatraz, that right there. The reason why Democrats don't like that is that's going to be a federal prison. And so when they start taking down all these Democrats who are lying to the people and get Benny Thompson and all them for whatever they've done wrong, they're going to ship them there. Ship them there. That would be great. I might be coming to Acme Pizza. I love pizza. Yes, Irene, come on out. And also yesterday, I saw the post. Canton was without power again. Power just keeps popping off all the time, y'all. And I don't know if we're on rolling blackouts or what's going on. Some people say it's a tree. Some people say it's a chicken snake. Y'all, get it under control. Because we also know that we're dealing with the Amazon coming in. Whoo! Channel 16 noise. 4 people killed in Chicago, drive-by shooting that left 14 others wounded. Chicago's just like Mississippi, isn't it? Chicago's just like Mississippi. They shoot people every day there. Y'all, it's the 4th of July weekend. Fireworks will be everywhere. Y'all get your fireworks. Go out and shoot them. And be respectful of people that have animals around. And your neighbors that have animals. Be respectful. Also, limit the window of opportunity to shoot fireworks. Like everybody's going to shoot them off at midnight. They're going to do that regardless. But can't 12:30 be the end of it where I can go back to sleep? I have to get up at 3 or 4 in the morning, So think about that. Be respectful of people. And also, Gun and Knife Night begins instead of tomorrow night. It will begin tonight with a long weekend, and it'll be hot. Murders will be high. Gunfire will be going off because of the holidays. And it'll also be going off because it's the weekend in Jackson, Mississippi. So y'all be careful out there. Try not to get shot. Avoid the bullets. I hate to say this. I'm going to say it out loud. I predict that there will be 10 shootings in the Benny Thompson district that become deaths. I hate to say that, but it's a reality. It is a reality. And I'd like to say hello to all my friends in Pascagoula. I recently found out that I have a following in Pascagoula that listens every morning, and I was in shock. I'm going, there you go. There's some people. And what they like the most is they said, he just talks so bad about Benny. I said, I just tell the truth about Benny. I tell the truth about Benny. And he is no good for Mississippi and no good for America. And sooner or later, he will be at the alligator Alcatraz. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back, talk some more. If you got something on your mind, call me. 601-879-0002. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about today. And then remember, tomorrow we will be on the air. I'm going to do a live show on the 4th of July because it's just the thing to do. It's all American weekend. Void the bullets. It's just the thing to do. It's all American weekend.
1039 WYAB.
Here at Lake and Glass and Tint, we've become well known for 2 things: window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or at lakeandglassandtint.com. Lake and Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Looking for the ultimate reset for your body and skin? At Core Wellness and Recovery, you'll find next level services like cryotherapy, red light therapy, infrared sauna, body sculpting, and advanced facials. Whether you want to boost performance, recover faster, or just feel your best, Core Wellness and Recovery delivers real results with zero downtime. From muscle relief to radiant skin, this is self-care redefined. Come experience the future of wellness, Core Wellness and Recovery, just off Highland Colony in Ridgeland. Book now at corewellnessandrecovery.com.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Antique Mall of the South has 14,000 square feet of pristine, clean floor space. Home to beautiful, timeless antique treasures. Antique Mall of the South is open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. Check them out online at antiquemallofthesouth.com or go to the Antique Mall of the South Facebook page. You can also read the dozens of 5-star reviews online. Come see for yourself at Antique Mall of the South in Ridgeland. Now open Monday to Saturday, 10 to 5. That's Antique Mall of the South, Highway 51 in Ridgeland.
Hello, WYAB listeners. My name is Rob Montgomery. I'm a minister in the Church of God, and I'm honored to be the regional overseer for the Church of God of Louisiana and Mississippi. I invite you to listen to my program, Arise Shine, on Sunday mornings, where I'll share the Lord's thoughts to my heart for you. Arise Shine will include Bible messages, encouraging thoughts, and a biblical view of current events. It's my hope that you'll be blessed.
Tune in to Arise Shine, Sunday mornings, 10:30 to 11.
Men, if you answer yes to any of these questions, you could be suffering from low testosterone. Do you have low sex drive? ED, always tired, depressed, loss of muscle mass, obese, loss of focus and drive? You, my friends, need to get your numbers checked. Check out Men's Health of Mississippi, located in Madison, Mississippi, and online at menshealthms.com. Guys, get your numbers checked today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. menshealthms.com. Men's Health of Mississippi.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Benny Tate, president of the Congregational Methodist Church denomination in Florence, Mississippi, and the pastor of Rock Springs Church in Milner, Georgia, inviting you to attend one of our services this week. Find a church near you at cm-church.org and be sure and listen every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. for our weekly program, Apples of Gold from Rock Springs Church, here on 103.9 WYAB.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time, through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick it up. Call today, 601-572-7296, or visit us at vehicledonationsms.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
Oh, yes, I'm Chip Matthews here in the studio, 6:22 a.m. on July 3rd. It's a Thursday, and it'll feel like Friday because it all starts tonight. Gun and Knife Night. I guess Kim Wade will kick that off at 6 p.m. tonight. Yes, sirree. It'll be a long weekend. It'll be hot, and everybody will be out there, and you've got to worry about getting shot in the Jackson area or throughout the Benny Thompson District, District 4 and 5, Madison County, and then everything west of I-55. And throw in Holmes County and throw in Leake County and throw in Montgomery County and throw in Grenada County. The wonderful world of Benny Thompson. And he is saying that if this thing gets passed, if the big, beautiful bill gets passed, which I stayed up late to wait while some people held out and did the wrong, negotiated for more things for their area of the world. But it passed to start the discussion. And the Democrats are saying, oh, it'll all over. Benny got up there and lied. He's lying. All the people in Mississippi that'll be doing without food, SNAP benefits. Yeah. All that's going away is the graft. They're cutting the graft out of it. They're putting a work requirement in there for people that are able-bodied and should be working. You know, that's what I've been telling you all along about being an American. Being an American is about being an individual who has rights to do what you want. Now, the America, good morning, Lloyd Travis and Fred Cerami. Fred Cerami out at the restaurant last night. We're going to start a hot dog eating contest. We might have to start that tomorrow. But anyway, Cerami's world famous hot dog eating contest. I like that. I like that. Somebody probably pick that up and do it in Jersey at some time. But anyway, being an individual American is the most important thing. You are, and each one of us have rights as an American. Okay? Black, green, white, yellow, blue, purple, orange. We all have rights. And then from there, we don't get into the laws of things until we invade somebody else's rights. But then we have a government that we all vote for, at least 20% of us do. The other 80% choose to exercise their right to not vote, which should mean that you should have the right not to bitch, but you do that anyway. But anyway, let's get back to it. So you have this individual right to do the right thing. And then America, through policies and the way that we are all godly people here in America, that's the way it was set up, was with God. We feel that when we had extra money laying around, that we should start programs to help you. And then that's okay until people take advantage. And the Democrats seem to take advantage of all the programs. Everything is, everybody's talking about all the cuts. The cuts only have to do with how much we expanded it during COVID, the fake illness that went around. Of course, I had COVID, the real thing. It hurt. I thought I was a goner. I talked to my doctor at 14 days. Oh, you're fine. Then she didn't hear from me for 7 days and then went, "Where have you been?" I said, "I was on the floor, passed out for 7 days." But I lived through it. I'm here. But the thing is, we expanded so many programs for COVID, and so many people took advantage of it in the government. The government, they give out water every day. They found some loophole to get water, and they give water out every day in Mississippi. First of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. And if the government's giving out water, they think they're giving out, the Democrats are giving out that water because they're getting votes. They're providing to you from our money, our tax dollars. They're providing water to people who have water. Because they pull up in their Mercedes and all that, and they throw the water in the car, and then they'll have the food box, and then they'll say, "Oh, here's some fresh vegetables that were grown that we bought, and we're going to put all those in your car. And it's 4th of July. Let me throw that watermelon in there." Well, that is the world we live in now. And I watch the people that go to food banks. There are people that show up, and they're respectful and get some food, and they don't ask for anything extra. But then you see these other people that show up and act like you owe them 3 cases of water. You owe them that box of rice and beans and everything else in there. And I know times are tough, but at the same time, some of y'all are taking advantage of it. Not to mention, I know a family where there's a lady, she has 2 kids. Her SNAP benefits are like $165 a month, $185, not much. Then I know another individual who is able to work and goes off on a drunken spree, and he gets $425 in SNAP benefits a month. Now, it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, me too. When I had it, I just knew it was gone. Yep. Everything. They just take everything from you. We have got to let the government figure out a way. I mean, no, the Republicans didn't get everything they want. Yes, these guys held out, but they held out. And it's what's going on with this bill. It's a down payment toward fixing the system. It doesn't cut everything. It doesn't. We didn't get to where we gave it all away overnight, and you're going to have to take it back. But if you'll look at the markets, the markets are jumping, new highs every day. I don't know what we wound up at yesterday, but it was moving along just good. You wait till this thing gets passed. This gets through today. That market's going to jump. And then I saw in the crypto world a big thing. Now I bought my XRP way back a little bit. XRP was jumping up yesterday, but XRP has filed to become a brick and mortar bank. Yeah, XRP is the Ripple network, and I mean, I know I'm talking French to some of y'all, but that network of money is they're going to get us out of a lot of these banking regulations we have, because you know right now if you send money you got to do it before the end of the banking day at 2 a.m. and it goes through the SWIFT system. This thing's going to eliminate the SWIFT system, and when you go to pay for something, you paid for it immediately, boom, just like that. You don't go get your money in the bank, figures out a way to hold it for a few days and play with it and fondle it and cash it, and the bank president swims around in the cash in the vault. No, your money's going to move immediately to the person that's supposed to have it. And a lot of you people don't understand how crypto works, and I hope you all start working on that, because it's going to be real important in the future. But we still need real cash, and we still need crypto. And what you don't realize is you're on a digital system already, because you live off your credit card, and you live off of somebody putting your money in the bank. You put it in a traditional bank, but you never see it. The check comes in, direct deposit, it goes in there, and then you take your credit cards out. It's the same thing, except for crypto is more secure. That's all it is. It's security. And you are your own bank. I know that's confusing, but over time, we'll learn it all. Bitcoin went over 110 yesterday. Yes, I do know. And then what's it at now? Like 108? But these are big things. These are the changing of our world. The world is changing. And y'all go, well, Chip, I don't want to change. I have a nice, simple life. Well, let me remind you, all of you listening to me right now, because most of you are probably a little older. We started out with a phone in the hallway, a phone in the hallway in your house. Then it went to, we could have a phone in each room. Then we got a answer machine on a phone. Then we went from a phone to a pager, to where people could get in touch with you anywhere you were. Yeah, it's at 109, 672. Yes. Okay. Not that we're watching that, Mitch. That money's going up. That money being made. But as we went through time now, we went from that to the pager to my first telephone was like 6 batteries inside of it. 6 of those VCR batteries. Remember VCRs? We don't use those anymore either. We had 6 VCR batteries in it. I hung out with Jimmy Buffett, and he's looking at me going, "That's a phone?" I go, "Yeah, let me call my sister." He got on and called his sister. I think that phone call cost me like $400 or $500 back then. But then as we went on, we went from that to the bag phone to the flip phone to the cell phone computer that we all walk around with now. We don't think twice about, gotta get a new iPhone. That's $1,000. Although if you have the insurance, it's $200. Isn't that right, Fred? Fred got him a new phone yesterday. But all these things have happened in our lifetime, and we've adjusted to them. The phone was one thing that we always had, you know. You'd go to sleep at night in the old days. You'd have your phone, and you'd roll around in it, talking to some girl on the phone all night long, staying up late. "You're not on that phone." "No, I'm not on that phone." "You're not calling long distance." It used to cost you a fortune to call Jackson from Canton for 5 or 10 minutes a night. But you could call New Orleans, and that was cheap. that made no sense, but that was the way it was. Y'all, America's changing. Things are changing. Your banking system is changing. You will get used to it over time. And also remember this. I just want everybody to realize this. When you say, I live in Mississippi, ain't nothing going on here. Well, as they build the Amazon plant, and this is not to scare you because we need the Amazon plant and what's going on, and we need the development. But as they build the Amazon plant, that will become a military target. In that facility, there will be tons and tons and tons of information. It's one that they wouldn't really want to blow up. It's one that they would want to hack into. So y'all keep that in mind as we go through life and realize how much the world is changing and what's going on around you and the importance of what's going on in Mississippi. And right now, as we're going to lose power everywhere. Hello, operator. Could you help me make this call? Yes. Yeah, we used to have to call it an operator to get a call or call collect. How about that one? Anyway, we'll be back in just a second right here on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB. Call collect. How about that one? Anyway, we'll be back in just a second right here on the Chip Matthews Show.
1039 WYAB.
Pure Air Consultants has always been your go-to for reliable and affordable heating and cooling systems, and now we are offering day and night brand to avoid the 25 to 30% increases that everyone is talking about. With day and night, Pure Air Consultants professionals can install a reliable system with a 10-year system warranty, and right now receive $20 off on service diagnostic fees. Call us today, 601-939-7420, mypureairconsultants.com.
Well, I'm sitting here today with one of my favorite clients, Reggie Brumfield. The first time I believe we worked together was around 25 years ago, wasn't it, Reggie?
I remember that time. My wife, Kathy, and I we were looking for a home. He sold that house to us, and when we got ready to buy another home, he helped us sell that home and buy another home. So 25 years later, when we decided to purchase another home, your name was the only one in our minds.
601-720-4037, RitaJensen.net.
CBS News Brief. While the president calls it his big, beautiful bill, Democratic House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries does not.
I rise today in strong opposition to Donald Trump's one big, ugly bill.
He's been speaking on the House floor for over 2 hours as lawmakers debate the bill ahead of a final vote. Republican Congressman Jason Smith pushing for its passage.
Let's get this done, Mr. Speaker.
A deadly night in Chicago. 4 were killed, 14 injured during a drive-by shooting outside a nightclub. CBS's Darius Johnson.
Witnesses tell us as people were leaving the lounge, a black SUV with multiple shooters inside pulled up and opened fire.
A judge denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs, but his attorney says
the bail, I think, is besides the point. He was acquitted of the trafficking. He was acquitted of the RICO.
CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
Are you looking for a church family to connect with? One that will provide opportunities to grow in your spiritual life, as well as a chance to serve others? First Baptist Flora may be just the place for you. We're located at 102 Jackson Street in Flora. To worship with us in person, we have a traditional worship service that begins Sunday mornings at 8:30. Then our life groups meet at 9:45, and the Refuge Contemporary service begins at 11 a.m. We also have a midweek service every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. So come join us at First Baptist Flora, where we're making much of Jesus.
At Bank of Yazoo, we believe that common sense makes for better banking. That's why we've taken our array of checking accounts and simplified them for you, boiling down features and benefits to create our New You, Achieve You, Benefit You, and Protect You checking accounts. Ready to discover how simple is better? Talk with us today. Bank of Yazoo, Bank of You. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
At Lakeshore Church, we believe the liberation of the soul is found only in Christ. Hello, I'm Jay Frazier, Senior Pastor at Lakeshore, inviting you to come and worship with us this week. We believe in the 3-cross concept of ministry, the cross of salvation, the cross of separation, and the cross of service, and we believe all of these crosses should be evident in our lives. We're at 6880 South Sidewell Road in Byram. For more information about the ministries, activities, and times of service, go to lakeshorecmc.org.
And be sure to listen to Lakeshore Church's weekly program, heard Sunday mornings at 8 on 1039 WYAB.
I think there are a lot of people that are sitting in churches right now, or maybe sitting in coffee shops, that have a story to tell of what God's done in their life, but they're never going to get the pulpit. They're never going to get a microphone. They're never going to get an opportunity to share their story with the world. Well, that's where we come in.
I've seen so many people that have been set free.
Life with Jesus is better than what I could have ever expected it to be.
Get the hell out of your life. Sunday mornings at 10 on 103.9 WYAB.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
And we're back here on a Tuesday. No, that's not Tuesday. It's Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday here on the Chip Matthews Show, and it's the beginning of a long weekend, so y'all drive safely. Be careful with your fireworks. Use a lot of safety in that. Mitch, do you still sell fireworks? He used to have a fireworks stand. Mitch worked hard at always raising $1. It's time to make $1 and $2. Okay, and let's see, getting back to this. Let's see, we were talking about the telephone, and then hello, operator, could you help me? Joe Lynn says, that's a song by Jim Croce. Yes, it is. But do y'all remember the song Telephone Man? Yeah. Hey, baby, I'm your telephone man. You can have it with the buzz, you can have it with the ring, but if you really want it, you can have a ding-a-ling. Y'all remember that song? That was too many bad songs in my mind. Also, what was it? I also have Junk Food Junkie on my mind for some reason. Oh, Lord, I'm a junk food junkie. Oh, well. Okay. Good morning, Christy Duckworth. Good morning, Lloyd Travis. Good morning, Lulu. People tuning in. Rob Enders, good morning. Everybody out there going to have a good 4th. Now, of course, at Acme Pizza today, I will be busy cooking pulled pork. I'm going to be cooking the butts for 4th of July celebrations. We'll have them there at Acme Pizza. Now, if you want to reserve one and buy one, I would suggest you call me because they're going fast. And then, of course, I have to keep a whole bunch around just to run the restaurant because we do the dynamite balls. We do the pig pizza. Pork we consume. And it takes me 24 hours to cook your pork with pecan wood on my Southern Pride smoker. So if you want a butt for the 4th of July and you want to get it from us, you better call me. You better get in touch with me. Send a text, an email. To keep the firework business until started practicing law. Yeah, he kept the firework business till he started practicing law. Great life lessons. And look, you went from selling fireworks to being a part of fireworks in a courtroom. And y'all remember fireworks in a courtroom, they all start Monday. The SRE, the Rudy Warnock trial, unless something happens and we get delay number 14. Next week, they'll start picking a jury in the Rudy Warnock trial. And then the fireworks will be on. Rudy ain't going to jail by himself is what I'm going to say. And there's going to be some heads rolling, some people talking, and some people going to jail and indicted and this, that, and the other. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. The Rudy Warnock trial. I'm going to sit out front and sell tickets. Can you sell tickets to a courtroom? That would be great. But anyway, y'all come on down and watch it. I'll be down there with it. There's some other select media people that are dying to go down there to watch this because we've been waiting on this. And then like the Chokeway trial, it won't come around for a year at least. But this one has been on the back burner for 3 years, 2.5 years. And can't wait to see this trial because everything that has gone on corrupt in Madison County is linked to this over the last 25 years, 30 years. Supervisors. I mean, that's why I even started running for office. Rudy had a election party in my restaurant, the Tomahawk on the Square in Canton. And he was having it on a Tuesday, which we were always closed on Tuesday. And he said, I want you to open. We're going to have an after party. Okay. What time are you going to open? At 4:00. I went, after party, you're not going to need anything till later. The polls don't close at 7. We're going to have it at 4. And then all day long, Banks and Griffin were pretty much in and out of the building. And Rudy was bringing people through there, buying them a steak, buying them a cocktail, carrying them to go to the polls. Now, their party was over at 7 o'clock when Banks had lost by one vote. He told him to go over there and find another vote. But that's what was going on. I mean, and I realized that it was going on in my business. It was something that was happening in my business. They were buying votes. They were offering compensation for talking people into going to vote for certain people. Allegedly, we'll put allegedly on that and see if that'll protect me a little bit. But it's the truth. You know, he paid with the credit card. Got it. It was a big day at the restaurant for a closed day. And then he got mad at me because I said something to him. And then the next thing you know, he canceled the Christmas party he was going to have at our restaurant. And I was kind of happy because we don't need any help at Christmas. We don't need a Christmas party. Canton packed. Canton had nothing but a Christmas party from Thanksgiving on. But anyway, yeah, we're going to wait and see what's going on. I know it's the second day they've all been in office, right? No, it's the third day everybody's been in office. First day, everybody drank and partied all night, right? Isn't that what they did? Second day, I don't know what they did. Third day, I don't know what they did. But we got to start doing something. I had one guy saying they were going to wait and see and evaluate up in Canton before they make a move. You've been in office. You've been an alderman for 7.5 years. Get to work. There's no wait and see. There's no wait and see in Jackson. John Horn, you've been in office forever. There's no wait and see. Get to work. You got the team together. Go to work. Do something to better the community. I mean, John Horn just sat there and talked about we're going to fix the low-hanging fruit. That's always a low-hanging fruit, basically. He didn't say that word, but he just said we're going to fix the road. We're going to work on the crime. We're going to work. It's low-hanging fruit. You know, y'all always bitch about Jackson Water, but Jackson Water is running Jackson Water. Water's got there. What I don't understand is why you can't collect $1 million out of a 10 or 15 different apartment complexes and why they still have water at those complexes. Because I'd cut them off. Those people are paying their rent. If they're paying their rent there, then they can pay their water bill. If you own those those places, those apartment complexes. I don't get that. I don't understand any of that. But I do know that we'll all be watching the TV today. And sometime today, the big, beautiful bill, which they made sure they took the name of the big, beautiful bill off of it. Currently, the bill is nameless, but everybody knows what it is. So I don't know why you want to change its name, you know. But big, beautiful bill will get through. And tomorrow he will sign that on the 4th of July. And I believe the markets will sing next week. They will go through the roof. It's going to, you got to understand that everything that Powell, as long as Powell doesn't do anything on the rate cut, Trump has found a way around it. And when he does give that rate cut, it should boom the economy. I mean, like a rocket. That's what I believe. I'm no expert. I don't know much about I just know I had $2 in my pocket, and if something happens next week, I may have $4 in my pocket. So y'all get out and enjoy some of this. Remember, fireworks are going on this weekend at Empire Trucks, the big one on 49. We also have one on the Friday on the 5th on the Saturday at the Mud Monsters game there in Pearl. Then there's the one that I know about up on Rattlers Ferry up there at River Bend. They'll be having a big fireworks display. I can't remember who she said was the fireworks guy, but y'all get out and find a fireworks show. There'll be a few left here and there. Some people actually do them on the 4th of July, which is what I think you need to be doing. But get out, be respectful of animals, be respectful of people. Don't shoot anybody this weekend. Don't drive drunk. Make it easy. There's two people that you got to take care of for the next 3 days. You need to make it easy on the first responders and the policemen. And you also need to thank your air conditioner men. Because if your air conditioning goes out and he comes out, takes care of it, the roads need to be clear to where they can get in to get to your house to fix your air conditioner. I mean, that's the two things. That's the two things in when hot weather you need to take care of: policemen, firemen. Well, 3. Air conditioning man. Air conditioning man ranks way high up on the chart. Lake Carolina is a fireworks show. There you go. So get out, enjoy one somewhere, find one. I would say grab the paper and look at it, but there's nothing in a newspaper anymore. Newspapers, there's more information on a roll of toilet paper, and it's more useful than a newspaper has ever been. I mean, and I would love to sit down and look at a good newspaper, but that doesn't exist anymore. But anyway, y'all get out, be safe this weekend, be right. And then tomorrow we're going to have a special 4th of July show, and we're going to be patriotic. Also, remember when you come out to Active Pizza, we have American flag pins for you to put on your lapel. Fred Stramme's also walking around giving those out. I think he's got a pocket full. Then we also have small American flags for you to wave. Anything you need to do to become patriotic, you need to start working on that, because being an American is why these people try to get into this country. They want to be one of us. And I believe a lot of the terrorists that they send here, they get here and say, hey, this is a pretty good life. I'd rather stay here and do this. To hell with jihad. I'm not going to go kill myself when I can live in America. But anyway, you got to get here the right way. You got to do it the right way. But this is a great place. And sooner or later, the Democrats will understand that. You know, we ain't got to pay for everything for you. You just got to get out and do some work. Get out. Everybody can. Right now in this economy, everywhere, you can make $1 if you want to make $1. And you can make a lot of dollars in America. Tomorrow we'll be talking war stories of the people that have started with nothing and made a whole lot. Think about, and I mean, Fred came from Jersey, came down and went to Southern Mississippi. So he's going to college, but he put himself through college on 30 cents hot dog, 30-cent hot dogs, 30-cent hot dogs, and then built that into a whole bunch of restaurants. Very successful. That's the American story. That's the American spirit. That's what it's all about. You know, being successful in America is what everybody wants. Look at Clay. Clay started with a podcast talking about Jackson. And then he's grown into the Clay Edwards empire, you know. And he is selling T-shirts, and everybody's walking around with his name on, and they got a bumper sticker on the car. If you don't have it, of course, the Clay Edwards store will be open, and you can buy whatever you need. But you got all of that going on. And it started with just a podcast. And I believe his first sponsor was a guy that mowed his yard. But it's huge now. It's one of the biggest shows in Mississippi. All the shows here at WYAB are going through the roof, and statewide too, through the internet, and of course worldwide through the internet, you know. So let's take a break. We'll be back. Land the plane right here, and of course worldwide on the Chip Matthews Show on July 3rd. So on WYAB. We'll be back. Land the plane right here on the Chip Matthews Show on July 3rd.
1039 WYAB.
Picture owning a piece of land where your dreams can take root and flourish. This is Tom Smith from Tom Smith Land and Homes, Mississippi's premier land and home real estate resource. I want to help you find your own paradise where you can build the home that you've always wanted or just enjoy the great outdoors. Tom Smith Land and Homes can help you secure your own slice of heaven right here in Mississippi. Visit TomSmithLandandHomes.com to invest in you and your family's legacy for today and tomorrow.
As Christians, it's our calling to be faithful to Christ and obedient to the Great Commission. Our heart's desire and prayer to God is that through our efforts, many would receive and rest upon Christ alone as he is offered to them in the gospel. I'm David Strain, Senior Minister at First Presbyterian Church of Jackson, inviting you and your family to join us as we strive to fulfill that mission. We're located on North State Street in Jackson. Times of our services can be found at fpcjackson.org. You can also hear the good news about Jesus Christ each Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1039 WYAB.
Would you like a free ice cream? Head on over to Bumpers Drive-In on Highway 49 in Flora. If you're craving a juicy made-to-order burger and crispy golden fries, if you want to taste the best hand-breaded chicken tenders you've ever had, if you want a hand-mixed milkshake or a whirl with Nutter Butters, Oreos, then bump on into Bumpers Drive-In in Flora. Exclusively at the Flora location. Mention you heard them on WYAB and you'll receive a free frosty ice cream with your order.
Health has always been reactive, focused on fixing problems as they happen. But with Blue Primary Care, we're taking a proactive approach, working with you to help you understand your health and empowering you to be healthy. It's time to prioritize you, your health, and your life. The results? Less worrying and more living. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association wants you to stay away from downed power lines. Downed power lines carry the risk of deadly electric shock, even if the broken wire is not sparking. If a wire is crossing a road or driveway, avoid the area and keep others away. If you see a downed power line, back away and call your utility company or 911. When you call, be prepared to provide the specific address or location of the downed power line so a repair crew can get there as quickly as possible. This safety message brought to you by Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association.
Peace, love, and pizza. It's Collie Days at Johnny's Pizza House. Load up the crew and hit the road with nothing but good vibes and better pizza. It's all about that crunchy new cauliflower crust. 10 inches of baked bliss. Light, crispy, and full of flavor. It's the ultimate slice for summer chilling. Best enjoyed with sunshine and good company. Nothing but love served one slice at a time. But don't wait. This trip's for a limited time only. Peace, love, and pizza. Happy Collie Days from Johnny's Pizza House.
Where do you stand in the pro-life community? If you're passionate about protecting the sanctity of life from fertilization to natural death, please join us at Pro-Life Mississippi as we make a difference and save lives right here in our own state. Pro-Life Mississippi is a community of individuals dedicated to equipping others to value all human life, including the preborn, those with disabilities, and the elderly. Our mission is simple: to provide unwavering support, education, and advocacy for the preborn, their families, and other vulnerable children and adults. If you're just starting your pro-life journey or you have been an advocate of life for many years, Pro-Life Mississippi needs your voice and talents to save lives in Mississippi. Together, we can make a difference in building a stronger pro-life Mississippi. Learn more about us at prolifems.org. That's prolifems.org. Be part of the community that celebrates each and every human life.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
Yes, I am Chip Matthews, winding it up here on July the 3rd. I will be back tomorrow morning live with my 4th of July celebration show. I remember when Peter Christian and I, when we were talking about the Peter Christian earlier, I remember we used to, in Lolly Dude, we would do 24 hours or 48 hours of music and cook out at the place on 220. I want to say that Lolly was even involved, and Peter Christian, I was not involved in it, and involved of experimenting with cannabis and growing in Mississippi at that time. I believe they were, but anyway. But we would cook out, and that was good times. And of course, now they grow cannabis everywhere in Mississippi. But they were future farmers. Y'all get out and be safe this weekend. I will be back tomorrow, of course. And then I want you to come on out and see us at Acme Pizza. We'll be packed tonight. And then Jamie Eisenhood, who's playing tomorrow night on the 4th of July, he was born on the 4th of July. So when you come in and say happy birthday to Jamie Eisenhood, that's the keyboard player that makes it all happen out there. And then on Saturday again, we have Buzz Pickens back. I enjoy him too much. I got to have him back. But anyway, All-American Day, All-American Weekend, big, beautiful bill. Keep up with it. World peace, Donald Trump. We're going to give him, if he can't get the Nobel Peace Prize, I will give him the Chip Matthews Peace Prize from here in Mississippi. What does it matter which one you get as long as you achieve world peace? And that's what's going on. I may even give him the Dan Pappas Award. How about that, Mitch? I'll give him the Dan Pappas Award. Same values. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I am up. I am out of here. Clay Edwards is next at 7:07. Then at 9 o'clock is Mike Madison. And then at 10 o'clock, it's Andrew Gasser. Then at noon, it's Crossing the Aisle with Sean and Lindsay. And then at 4 o'clock, it's the one, the only Kim Wade show right here on WYAB, Radio Strongman. And he'll kick off the Gun and Night weekend a day early at 6 o'clock tonight. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.